East Hartford, Connecticut, home to the UConn Huskies, where basketball has a championship pedigree, and there's plenty of enthusiasm for football as well. The Huskies have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Wyoming's offense will take the first swing of the game. A lot of times you run into these types of matchups. High-powered offense, big-time team against an opponent that's likely overmatched. So how do they keep this thing from getting ugly?
Well, everyone's going to have to elevate their level of play here defensively to have any chance in this one. And I'll tell you the hard part about stopping this offense, David, is what Chip Kelly used to always say. It's a nameless, faceless opponent. They don't care who you are. They don't care what your record is. This offense comes out, and they are trying to embarrass you.
Well, the good thing is for this defense, it's been talked about all week, right? Like, you're not good enough. This is a high-powered offense. Like, the players' attention are fully caught, right? They know exactly what they're going against. Let's see if some emotion and adrenaline can really play a factor, and they play better than they have all year.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, cause direct. That had to be a blown assignment. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. The throw to the outside is complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's got it, 1st down and more. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. And the Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Let's talk for just a moment about Wyoming. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. A strike downfield. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Cowboys are marching down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quickly to the tight end. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
And the Cowboys come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
Looking for a crease, it's Scott. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
He'll try it again. stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
Really nice job there to the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
After another clutch 3rd down conversion, it's 1st and goal. Quarterback making checks. He's looking to pass. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cowboys!
And how about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
7, UConn, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Connecticut's offense will get the ball for the first time. And it's not always easy to know what you're going to get when you come into a new situation as a transfer. But one thing, David, that will translate for this guy, when there's a hole, he knows how to hit it.
Yeah, and how nice is it to have...
Breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. UConn quick to the line. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Williams looking for a man. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. UConn will have to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Roper. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
Snagged out of the air. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. The period has expired, and Wyoming has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw again. The short hands, it's good. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Wyoming. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Number 29.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
UConn 0.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. UConn going back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game,
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Williams will pass. Rushes on him. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want, because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. UConn will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Here's the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Moving away from pressure. Fires downfield. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Well, they're leading by 2 possessions offensively, and that could have been a game-changing play right there. That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He's very lucky that was not intercepted.
It'll be 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the inside give. There he goes. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
And that is so demoralizing for a defense. You played so well on 1st and 2nd down, and then you have a breakdown on 3rd. This defense has got to be better the next time they're faced in that situation.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Back to pass. Under fire. Pulls it in. It's Abrams. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Roper. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the 1st.
I think the QB wants that one back. You know, you're down here in the red zone, tighter areas, hard enough to fit it in, but definitely not wanting to fit it in against double coverage, and he misses, and probably a good miss, because that could have been worse.
He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example.
Touchdown, Mustard and Brown. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, and they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The UConn offense goes back to work. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Huskies racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Contreras. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game, and now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
They'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Abrams. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
This receiver is so dangerous out in space, and it's a nice job by the QB getting him the ball early on the curl route. And you see, once he has it, he's got some wiggle, he's got some shake, makes some defenders miss, and gets up the field.
To the air on 1st down. Trying to beat the D deep. Intercepted deep in his own end. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. UConn will have to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Just needs a crack to get a return. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Unloads to the right. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Catch in the middle, it's Abrams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. He'll pull it down. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Cowboys moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Showing the arm strength to the left. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not up.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Going for the big play. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
And it's right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UConn going back to work on offense. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Williams looking for a man. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. 3rd play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Got the quick completion. Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Cowboys come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wide receiver comes in motion. running to Green. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
By the receiver.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
It's second down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll go to the ground. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's good. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was 3rd down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up 4th.
Fires to the middle. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Cowboys are rolling down the field. Off play action on first down. He wants it all. Touchdown, Wyoming! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UConn offense goes back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Williams will pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you. A sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight up front. They're just getting...
Looking deep down the right side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. UConn will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
He steps out of bounds just short of the end zone, and they'll try to punch it in from there.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cowboys!
it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for space, it's Parrish. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, you just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little bit.
Fires on the run. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. UConn will have to punt it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. They'll try the run. Turning it on. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Motion from the wide receiver. Going to swing it on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. The quarterback doesn't throw it away. Instead, the defense forces a loss.
I tell you what, you got to love the way this defense attacks downhill. I mean, they see QB run, they pull the trigger. They're not waiting. There's not a lot of guys standing around watching, playing so fast, stringing that thing out, nowhere to go with the football. He can't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's in. And this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got a man. It's Abrams. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Williams looking for a man. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
A loss of 7 yards on the play.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. UConn will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll haul it in right around the logo. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Udo. Past the 30. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Gain of 16.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the down?
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wyoming.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game one, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
UConn, 0.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UConn going back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Scanning the field, it's Contreras. Gets rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Let's talk just for a minute about UConn. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week one, all the detractors,
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Give to the back. Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coach.
Touchdown, Cowboys. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UConn offense goes back to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Looking for a man, it's Contreras. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down. UConn will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
It's him in stride inside the 10. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
59, UConn, 0.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. UConn going back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Here comes the heat. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. After the big first down sack, it's second down. Looking for a man, it's Contreras. Quick completion on the out. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
Hallelujah. Thank goodness this offense finally gets something together, something positive. It's been a day full of a lot of negatives, no points in the ball game. What makes the big play, the big passing play, maybe this gives them a spark. Maybe this gives them a reason now to get some momentum and maybe score some points.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage. And one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Here's a heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation.
Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. UConn will have to punt it away. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get into game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun on 3rd down. Pulls it in. It's good. At the 45 on his way. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. One more play to pad the stats. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game.